Is the customer always right? Well, from a customer's viewpoint, the customer is right. So, the question is, what is the right thing to do? But the customer says, that's not how I remember it. My advice is that the customer gets to be right, even though the customer is not right. You can use time on disagreements with customers, and sometimes it's very tempting to assert that you are right and simply not give in. But those issues which got solved very fast was basically by me saying, sure, no problem. I might remember it wrong, and so I'll just make a new, you get a new copy or whatever. You are supposed to be the magic person who can just go and all will be perfect. Brace yourself. I mean, be ready to be wrong, because you are much more right in just accepting that the customer is right. It's an old business saying the customer is always right, and it's wrong. Sometimes the customer is actually right. You remembered wrong, and it was what the customer said. Even though that I give the customer some sense of that they're right, then I will somehow get to that it's very close to the agreed thing anyway, you know? So sometimes it's more that the customer thought that they did not have a choice. The moment you sort of open to that, the order can now be changed subsequently. It sort of falls into place. So you sort of learn to be smooth. And never show this sour face, which I'm showing right now, because right now I'm just giving you 25 years of having an unsatisfied customer every one, I was going to say 1 in 100, but it would be less, where there is something on the order where the customer is not completely satisfied. And then you just fix that. And it is honestly very bad business to do anything else. Just fix it. And sometimes you learn something. You learn to be more precise about how you finish up an order. Looking back at 25 years, it's mostly been very good experiences. But now and again, you have a customer where it's really like, you remake the photos, you even change their anatomy completely and they're still not satisfied. At some point you have to realize it's not necessarily your fault, but the customer is still right, all right? And at some point you just have to end it off. And now, on a rare occasion, I have refunded the customer because I simply said, okay, I can't make this so you'll be satisfied. So I'll just refund you the money and we'll leave it like that. Sometimes it's very rare that it has happened, but then I had the feeling that that was what the person sort of intended, to get free photos, you know, which is like, that was the plan. The customer is always right. At least that's your approach to it. And then you can have the internal conversation and just at least learn something, right? Okay, good. That was a good note to end on. So we'll stop it here.